Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Unplugged Sunday with Red and Lachey. I'm waiting on Lachey to get here as usual. um, and she's bringing the topics to you guys tonight. It's gonna be we're gonna be talking about the 2020 presidential election, and we're gonna have also on here um, relationship abuse. And those are two heavy topics right now that are trending. And she's going to be bringing those two. Those are the shows that she's been putting together for the last couple of weeks. And they are going to be very interesting shows tonight. When we talk about the politics, the presidential 2020 election topics, I don't know which one she's going to do first. I'm about to call her line. Please know that these are only, you know, opinions. And for myself, I will tell you, I don't vote. Well, I mean, I probably won't vote at all because I don't, not that I don't believe in the presidential stuff, but I really, don't think that it really would matter if I voted or not. You know what I mean? I know people say, well, you don't complain if the president that you didn't want to get president didn't get it or didn't get it. I don't care. So I'm just going to be very blunt about that. So she'll probably be handling of these, most of that particular topic. If you have, when she comes on it, on and talks about the topics, if you want to come on air, please let me know because she wants to be able to answer questions and be able to possibly um, have you come on set and I can get you on here so we can kind of discuss as an open panel, okay? Um, and so that, again, we don't want you to be like, shy to come on the panel to talk about that. Same as the domestic abuse. If you're in a abusive relationship and you want to come on here and talk, I can pull you on and possibly backstage and we can talk about that as well. So, hey everyone, welcome. So hopefully she'll be joining soon, and we will get these topics going. And again, the politics topics, don't take anything personal. Just kind of know that this is just an open forum to where we're going to discuss it. I also want to put up on camera here the Alabama governors, Tommy Tuberville and Doug Jones. Um, we are trying to find out. I don't really know much about those guys because, and I'm going to dig some stuff up here on the show on one of the commercials. But I did get a call yesterday while I was just kind of building the show together, and the man was kind of like vote for such and such. And even if I were voting, you wouldn't be able to tell me who to vote for. But she'll have more information on that as well as far as those two guys, because from my understanding, they're wanting to promote gun violence and the guns. So she will be on here, and we'll kind of wait around because I have some other things to talk about as we wait for her to come. And again, I don't know about the presidential stuff. I don't, so she'll be doing most of that. My voice is almost gone anyway. So, and that's true. So I want to kind of talk about what are the plans for Let's Talk, okay? We are moving closer to the holidays in 2021. So we have huge plans for the holidays. We're going to be doing a lot of drawings and giveaways now. That will be predominantly done through our page, our Facebook page. So I'm not gonna post anything on the public Facebook pages. It'll be done through the Let's Talk Facebook page. It's just like just going on there, and so we'll probably have like where you come and post things on there, and we draw and raffle and things of that nature, leading up into the Christmas holidays. And yeah, she just alerted me, so she will be here. Um, and she's getting some things together. She's very vocal. I will let you know. when it comes to the presidential stuff. Probably the domestic violence, or what am I saying? Abusive relationships that all fits in the same. She'll probably be vocal on that too. So, um, and we'll be talking about that as well. And we have two more big upcoming shows in that we're working on. I don't want to talk about those shows just yet because I haven't got the final confirmation from the guests. But they will be in November and December, and I'll have more confirmation, towards the end of next week with those shows. Just stay tuned to Facebook for that information. Um, and I do want to take the ones that are viewing and have came, even though if you viewed our shows after set, I can see numbers are growing. So we do want to thank you for that as well. I mean, we're trying to make this thing go so high to where it's just high. We can't go any further anymore. Okay. So thank you to friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. By the end of December, I hope to have two more staff members on host as well because I will be doing work soon, and we are not going to set days just yet. We'll come and have more information on that as well in the future, in the near future, I should say. I'm hoping y'all can hear me, and I'm just not talking because I have my webcam going. And I do want to tell you guys the chat is here. Also, we're on YouTube and Facebook, so Lachey's going to try to monitor the YouTube channel because she spends more time there, and I have the Facebook channel, which is also still in my live stream here. So if you have questions that you might have to ask her when she starts bringing on those details with the presidential election, you are more than welcome to ask those in the chat, and we'll do our best to get those answered. So I will go ahead. Oh yeah. So last night, what was it? Last night? Yeah, Friday and Saturday night, I spent time sampling oils for the fragrance Josiah, and it's complete. I have also completed the shop page on Facebook. However, it's not ready to order yet. You can't use the page, but the oils are great. They are ready to rock and roll. I'm going to post the information in the chat here as to how you can order them now if you want to place early orders. Let me go grab the information. I do tell you, I'll just type it as I say it because I have to dig through things to get it. There's three sizes. There's a 4, 8, and 16 ounce essential uncut oil fragrance, and they're not expensive to. Some people may think they are, but they're uncut oil fragrances, and they do not have alcohols or any diluted substance in them. So I'm going to post. You can message me on our page. It's the Let's Talk Facebook page. Oh yeah. So it's just not apostrophe, but it's just LETSTALK on Facebook. And it has the same logo that you see in on your screens. So you will know you're in the right place. You can send that for the Josiah oil fragrance, and we will send. I'm not going to go over the prices right now because I would be spending more time doing so. We have the fragrance for him and for her, and they are in and ready to go. It will take about a 2-week process for you to receive those. And also, you can email us at let's talk 411 at gmail. Oh, yes, is it Gmail? At gmail.com. So I'm going to put that in here and just put, a brief discussion in the body of the email about it. And then, or you can put, I'm inquiring about the Josiah fragrance, and we can get back to you within 24 hours. All right. So now I'll talk a little. I'm going to talk about these guys in Alabama, the governors. Hopefully, you guys will know more about them than I would, but I'm not sure because I don't know the guys. I mean, I'm from Alabama, but I don't know those two guys. So when I got the phone call, I was kind of shocked. How did he get a phone number? Maybe a dialer called me. I don't know. But um, Tommy Timberville I think they say he was a former Auburn football coach, and he is He's one of the guys that represent the Trump um, um, rookies, and he wants to, put away gun violence. He wants to, he wants to bring gun violence into effect. And Mr. Doug Jones, he's pushing more or less to not bring it. So that's all the rundown that I have on the two. But if I don't like guns. I'm against guns. So I do know a lady that is going to come on my show. I'm almost 100% sure she's going to come on my show. And she lost her daughter. It was a big case here in Alabama. Her and her friend are going to come on. They both lost their daughters. One was from Bessemer, and I will tell you I guess I'll have to share it, but Amy Blanchard's mom is coming here. The girl, the beautiful girl that was missing for I want to say quite some time, and they found her, and she was brutally murdered, and with by gunshots. Those ladies are also wanting to fight against gun violence. So, but they'll be on the show. They'll probably be on my show late November because they're thinking about they want to come around Thanksgiving. We're not going to be here Thanksgiving, but I'm saying like the week going into Thanksgiving, because it would be a special time for them. But I'd have more information on that. So that's one of the other three big shows, and I'm not going to give you guys any clues for the other one. But I wasn't supposed to give you that one, but I wanted to share that one with you because those ladies' daughters both were murdered due to gun violence, and most of you probably know Amy or heard of the story. Um, Amy's Blanchard's the girl that was missing, and I'll show a picture in just a second here. Is it Anaya? Oh, Anaya. Anaya. Her mom is named Amy. Excuse me. Let me apologize for that. Anaya Blanchard. Amy Blanchard is Anaya's mom that will be on the show. I have very little information on them. I just have that from just talking to one of these spokespersons that's working on the story. Um, And that's pretty much it. But they'll be here. They're coming for sure because they're pushing for gun violence to be stopped. Um, Donald Trump's tribe is pushing for gun violence to be stopped. I'm going to try to go and reach out. Stricker gun. Well, well, and Lachey's going to come. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about this stuff. I don't keep up with that. I, I mean, I hear about it, but I don't like guns either. But I don't know too much about the gun violences and stuff. Laws that are being trying to be passed. When they're going to be passed. I will give you guys. That's Mrs. Anaya. So I just wanted to show you that that's what's coming up on the show. So um, I just wanted to give you little guys a little insight on the stimulus number 2 package. Mrs. Uh, what's the lady's name? Some whatever the lady name is. They're not going to be coming out with that stimulus package by November 1st, and that's kind of a hoax because I kind of figured they wouldn't because the presidential campaign will be going on, and that's pretty much it. From that. Sorry about that. I had to get my door. But yeah, no stimulus package, guys. And I'm sure with that all being said, how the government's ring, we probably won't get another one because the holidays are coming. And that was probably how they set it up. Um, I can, unfortunately, for some people that won't be good news, but oh well. Um, Let me find the link for you. I got it. Hey, what's your email? Oh yeah, sure is. All right, so yeah, so that has been the bombshell. It'd be a miracle if they got one to come. We knew how long we had to wait for the first one, so I don't think that's gonna happen. What am I doing? Like a G. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? And I'll send it an email. Let's see. All right, so I got to do one more little thing here, and I'm coming back in just a second. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Um, I had a great weekend, so I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I should have said that when I first came on this show, but yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and everything like that. And when the shade comes on here, I'm gonna turn over the mic to her, because we've been having some discussions about the presidential thing. I mean, like I said, I don't really. It's not that I don't have any thoughts about it. I just don't really. I mean, I can have my thoughts about what I could say, what I think about it, but I'm gonna get my head cut off. So I am not gonna say anything right now of what I think about the whole presidential campaign stuff. But just know that I do want to promote voting, for the ones that vote. Um, I do know that sometimes voting make a difference, and I do hear people say, "Well, why do you care if you're not mad? Why are you mad about the president?" I never get mad who gets president. I don't. I don't even. I watch the thing where they have them where they're announcing them for the winner and stuff like that. I think that's really cool because I'm anxious to see, what kind of laughs I can put on and see how they did that thing and just kind of laugh. I don't. I have little moments where I've on everyone recently that I've had a little thing that made me laugh when I saw it, but, but I don't really, I don't know. I don't focus on arguing with people about that. And I was supposed to have a lot of other people to join the panel that are politicians that, they talk about it. And they may come on here, some Democratic, some Republicans to discuss each, whys and don'ts and wins and wheres. But we'll see. I'm sure the show will be the full 3 hours because Lachey talks and she has other stream channels that she's on also with this show. So it's going to be a really rocking show in a minute about this. And again, just kind of know that we're not, well, I'm not, and she's not. She's just that she follows it. So she's going to have a lot of information for you. And she comes on here about this show. This about this particular air. We'll take a commercial break and by the time when we come back, she'll come in here hopefully, and it'll be like a short break, like 3 minute break. Okay, so try to come back and stay tuned. We do want to thank you guys for taking your Sunday to join here on Unplug. We'll be right back, okay? And yeah, she'll be here. I just think she's just texting me or something. So we'll be right back. and I think she has joined us. So remember, well, I know she can be a little when it comes to these topics. She can get a little. She's passionate about the politics. I'll just tell you that. So I'm gonna bring her on here and just say, hey, let me see, can I make sure I see she's joined us backstage. Um, and so I will wait till I see her on my camera here. But she is back there, guys. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Um, this presidential and the relationship abuse topics this evening. So anyway, we are here to only bring you news. We're not here to badger anything. We don't, but she tells it like it is. So I'm gonna bring her out in here, and hopefully, when this camera pops up, she'll come in on. I see her in here, so I don't see her camera, but maybe she's still dolling herself up. Maybe she's trying to be the first lady. Oh, she came on. Hold on, I'm gonna bring her in.
Hey,
can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Why you so serious?
Welcome to Shade, the critic of politics.
I'm not a critic of politics.
Joking.
Voting, we've always been institutionalized, as I know I did. Every time I would get to the poll, they'd be like, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. Vote straight, not getting no knowledge, none whatsoever of the candidates that I am about to vote for. I just vote because what I was told or who I was told to vote for. That's why I've been trying to tell people, educate yourself on these candidates. See what they're bringing to the table. We got to stop going off of what somebody else say. We got to start doing our own reading and our own investigation when it comes to these candidates. That's my only thing.
Well, where have you been reading? I know we did. I got the call about the gun violence yesterday, and he was just telling me, he was like, "Well, we want you to be knowledgeable and vote for Doug Jones," and I'm kind of like, I don't know either. Can you have any information on those guys first? We'll talk about the presidents, but I kind of know they represent each platform. Like Doug Jones represents Biden and the lady, and Donald Trump and Mike Pence have, Tommy Cumberland. Who has gun violence? Who wants gun violence to push for that? Is which side of those guys?
Hold on 1 second. This person's calling. She's good having. She got a good time.
Okay. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. All right.
I'm sorry about that. She's actually in the fed up to my mom's house.
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, she just went up there. She, Passion, she gets concerned about her grandma.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Let me see. That Doug Jones and Tommy Tuberville.
I've heard Doug Jones' name, but I don't know who he is. I thought it was a bus driver from the Fed at first, but that's not the one. I'm not sure. I asked the man, I said, "Is he a bus driver?" I hear that name all the time. Doug Jones. He says, "That's not the one." I said, "Oh, okay." Doug Jones. It doesn't sound like a powerful name, but I don't know. I've heard the name before, though. I heard somebody used to say.
Okay, so this is where I got this from the Montgomery Advertiser, where Alabama Senate candidate Doug Jones and Tommy Tuberville stands on abortion and gun rights. Those are the two big things right now. abortion and gun rights. It ain't even like they ain't thinking about. Of course, you know they got Medicaid and Medicare and all those other things in their package. But the two big hitters right now is abortion and gun rights. So
when you say abortion and gun rights, you're saying someone is for abortion and the other one is for gun rights?
yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm finna explain it.
Wow.
Tommy Tuberville is also trying to get stricter abortion something in place, because you know right now a lot of women use abortion as a form of birth control. Okay, they get pregnant. I want to abort it. I don't want it. I'm not ready for no child right now. And the government is paying for these abortions. A lot of these people don't have six, seven, $800 to go abort a baby. The government is funding these abortions, and that's basically what Trump is saying. We shouldn't be held responsible for people to abort their babies. If they want to abort their unborns, and that's something that they should come out of pocket for. Taxpayers should not have to fund that. That's
Wait,
basically
you're saying that? Hold on, now. Let me make sure I heard that right. Because if you said that, then and I was telling the guest on the show that I don't vote, but with that statement you just said, it would change my whole thought process, because you said, I think you said Tommy Tuberville he's trying to do gun violence and stop abortions as well. I thought
stricter,
you,
stricter.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, wow. So I thought you meant that both guys were doing either of those topics.
No, these are things in their policy. Both of them have these policies in place for
Wow.
abortions and gun right. It's just that one is for a greater cause. One is like, I don't care.
You know, they're
Women
both
want,
they're important
women want to
causes, but
abort
they're
babies. Yeah, just let them kill them. You know what I'm saying? But then you got one that's saying women need to basically hold the women a little bit more responsible with their bodies,
are you serious?
basically.
So what is Doug Jones's platform looking like?
Okay, so this is it. The former Auburn head football coach says he is anti-abortion, and last year said he was all for a law that banned abortion in almost all non-medical circumstances in Alabama, including cases of sexual assault. Somerville campaign declined to answer questions about the advertiser about abortion and gun rights. The Republican nominee also has declined to answer questions about COVID-19 and climate change, which don't look good for Tommy, because people got questions, and voters, they have these questions. He have the right to answer. So him not speaking up on these topics is not a good thing for him, which if normally when you run away from certain conversations, it's going to push the other people to go over here to Doug Jones. You have to be able to tackle even the hard topics when you don't want to discuss those. Ain't no need of hiding what you got in your policy and you don't want the people to know about it. You're going to have to put it out there. And it's going to be some that's going to go for it, and it's going to be some that's not. But we know he's anti-abortion. He don't feel like the government should be held responsible to pay for abortions, which I also feel is right. But when you conceive a child out of rape or sexual assault, those are different criteria that should be on another scale. Women shouldn't be made to carry a child if it was born out of rape or conceived out of rape or sexual assault. They shouldn't be. So he might need to go back in there. He might want to look at that and change that. Now, when it comes to Mr. Doug Jones, let's see, oppose late term abortion. Now, he's against late term abortion. Late term abortions is typically pregnancies that are 6 months more because by this time your baby have formed. He's against that, but what he's saying is if you can catch it in the early stages, he's okay with that. So you got one that is for abortion and you got one that is not. But Doug has a stipulation. As long as it's not late term abortion, he's on board. And wrote in response to question that he does not support the use of taxpayer dollars to fund abortion. Jones, like other Democrats, has voted for appropriations bill that includes the Hyde Amendment, which bans abortions funding in most federal health insurance program and is routinely included in those bills. Jones said in 2018 he does not support any changes to current bans on federal abortion spending one way or the other. Jones has broken with abortion rights supporter on other issues. See, he's a flip-flop and voted to confirm some of the President Donald Trump judicial nominees and for a bill that drew strong opposition for the country's leading organization for gynecologists and obstetricians. The senators also broadly support gun rights, writings that he wouldn't want someone to vote against my right to bear arms or take my gun rights away, take my guns away. So he's with the guns. Tuberville wants to put stricter laws in place. Kids should not be running around here with guns. Doug basically is one of those people where they don't want nobody messing with their guns, period. We need our guns. We don't want you messing with them. But then look at the shape that our world is going in and the fact that our kids are getting their hands on guns. We can no longer go by laws like this. It's got to be something in place. There has to be something in place.
So
Doug,
you said that Doug Jones really basically, it sounds like he's just someone that's on the ballot and like maybe a ticket ballot, and hopefully, basically he's going to be like one of those dark horse people that may just come along because he really sounds like he doesn't have any ideas.
now he's already in place. Doug Jones is he's already something within Alabama.
What I'm saying, it sounds like he's not really pushing, and maybe they just don't put all of the stuff in the papers or something like that. But I thought by now, most presidential and governor campaign runoffs and things like that, those are critical, to the state itself.
Right.
So I would think that he would have some information, but you said somebody didn't have much to say, or he's not responding to the.
It was Tuberville. Tuberville is not responding to the abortion or gun rights or COVID. He's
but
not.
He did make statements that he's against gun. He's trying to promote the guns to be.
He's trying to put stricter laws in place.
The abortions, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to put stricter laws in place. But Doug is like, nah, he's good with things being the way that they are.
Do you have any insight on how long has both of those guys been in any type of position or political position in Alabama?
I sure can. Hold on.
Y'all, you have to go vote. We're in COVID world now, but I mean, it's not going to get. I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. I don't think that's going to have anything to do with I don't. I'm going to ask her later. Does she have any information? What are they saying about the COVID when I pulled the presidential side of this? But I just kind of wanted to.
Doug Jones has been the senator of Alabama since 2018.
Oh, so he's basically held a Senate seat for maybe almost 2 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
He's running for governor. Okay.
Now, Tommy Tuberville, he's a 2020 candidate for the U.S. Senate. So Tuberville is running against Doug Jones. I think this is Tuberville's first time actually running.
Oh. Well, you said he's running for governor or senator?
He's 2020 candidate for U.S. Senator. He's running for the Senate. for the Senate
Got it.
seat for Alabama.
Who's their governor?
The governor of Alabama is that lady.
Kay Ivey.
Yes.
Do you have any information on what's her views? None, not that it matters on this topic, but I mean, all of it ties in together. Does she want to promote stricter gun laws, or is it just something?
She's part of the Republican Party. I know that much. She's committed to raising the quality of life. Let me see what she is on gun violence.
Yeah, look her up and see if she's going to be still governor.
They call it gun control.
Gun control, yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's weird. So you keep up with this stuff, huh?
I don't keep up with
it. You kind of tip in and tap out of it sometimes, and
I'm on YouTube a lot.
Yeah,
I'm on YouTube a lot, so I read a lot and I hear a lot, and it's a lot of educated Black men on YouTube you wouldn't even think exists that actually talk about these type things. And when you're talking about knowledge, you're trying to spill some knowledge. When it comes to me, I'm going to listen, especially when it comes to a Black man, because you don't see too many Black men out here trying to spill. I'm a Black woman, and I want to be led by a strong Black man, regardless of who he is. As long as he's leading me right, I'm going to listen. There are some brothers on YouTube that just speak it. I know I follow one, Choke No Joke. I love Choke. Choke keeps it 100. And he's been dipping into the politics type thing. A lot of the bloggers have been dipping and dabbing into the politics, but a lot of people stay away from politics also because they don't fully understand. No one want to read the policy. That's why I'm saying we don't read what these people are taking to the table or what they have for us. We go off of what our grandmama, uncle said all these years, vote Democrat, ain't did no research to see what Democrats bringing to the table, how they're going to help me, none whatsoever. I'm in my late 40s now, and I've just gotten to the point where I do my own research on who I feel as though it's going to be better for this country. We need stricter gun laws. I'm sick and tired of turning on the TV, reading the news. One of our kids done got a hold of a gun. These kids killing each other. And it ain't the older people. It's the kids. It's our younger children that's getting there. And I wonder how these kids get their hands on these guns. You know how they get their hands on the older people giving it to them. These drug dealers and all this other stuff, they're giving it to them. They're making trades. It's crazy. But we got to do something about it. Because if you got kids and you love your children, you want to prevent it in any way possible. You want your kids to live. You want your grandkids to live. And it's time for us to stop going off of what we heard or what somebody else said. We need to start doing our own research, and we need to start reading these policies that these candidates are bringing to the table because they're governed over us. They are rulers over us. So we need to be putting them in position and start holding them accountable. If they can't deliver, we need to start getting their asses up out of there, point blank period. That's just how I feel about it. And this abortion, we got to stop the abortion. We got to start being more responsible with our penises and our vaginas. We got to kill the abortion because we're killing our kids. They're already trying to come up with ways and plan of trying to eliminate us. Once they get an idea or feel that they no longer need us, what you think gonna happen? What do you think gonna happen? But they don't want that. We running around here. Yeah, vote them out. We just like we vote them in, we need to be ready to vote them out. But it just don't even start with the presidential candidate. It don't start, we have to start voting within our community, within our districts. This is where we sit it up at. It's a process. It's a process. They said the bill passed the House. The house is built up of that. We got the house intact. The house was intact, but now the Senate is based off of the Republicans. Most of these people that are running, Tommy Tuberville, Doug Jones, they are Republicans. Tommy Tuberville, I'm going to tell you, KIV is a Republican, and she's on the Senate at the White House. This is where it starts in our community. When we voted KIV in, we voted a Republican in. If we wanted a Democrat, we should have voted that Democrat in. But Kate is in now, and she's going to be in until she's out. Tommy is, let me see what he is. He's a Republican. He's a Republican. So that's another Republican. That's in the Senate now. And Doug Jones.
So I got a question for you.
Now Doug is a Democrat.
Okay, that's what was Doug
Doug
Jones.
is a Democrat. Yes, he's a Democrat. So Tommy is going against Doug, who's a Democrat.
So Tommy Tuberville, he was a former. Let me ask you something, a little insight on their backgrounds. I guess a senator is a senator. You know what I mean? They're not the president, but they're a senator of the state, so they do play a valuable role against the state. But he was a coach of Auburn, right?
He was.
Okay.
He was.
What is Doug Jones' background? Like, where does he come? I'm trying to find out what are their politics backgrounds like? Because I know, when president things come about, they say, "Oh,
Doug
well,
Jones is an American attorney. He's a former prosecutor."
Okay.
He was listen to this, a former prosecutor.
Oh,
so he don't put a lot of folks away, okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, wow.
But this is who they want you to vote for now.
How long was he a former prosecutor, though?
Okay, so he's a former prosecutor and politician serving as junior United States Senator from Alabama since 2018. A member of the Democratic Party, he was the United States Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama from 1997 to 2001. He graduated from University.
She got the details, y'all. She finding it. Well, you know what? I don't know. Like, that sounds kind of. Did they have any? What kind of history do they have? Do they have any? Like, have they represented other things? Have they got any trouble? I'm just trying to see if I was wanting to be persuaded to actually go vote, because I just moved to Alabama back. But like I was telling the panelists, guests, I don't vote. I mean, because I never, my thought process is like you were saying growing up. It's like, well, they don't do anything. And then all the flip side is, well, why are you complaining if you don't vote? Well, I don't complain either. I'm just kind of like neutral in everything. I don't understand.
I'm looking at Janine Boyd. Janine, that's just like all of them. That's it. That's all of them. Anybody that get money, they forget about the little people. At the end of the day, everybody is trying to climb this power ladder. They're trying to get high. You ain't really thinking about the people underneath you once you get to that level. You're trying to think about what it's going to take and what it's going to keep you there. And if it involves the little people, we're just casualties. They have how should they be millions? Yes, the electoral college, whoever they are, they need to be rid of. They need to be rid of, because that's actually how Trump got in office. Hillary won the popular vote. She did that. Based on people vote. Hillary should be the president of the United States. They should not have, we the people should not, we should have stopped that right there. We should have stopped that. We should have marched to Washington in millions and hundreds and stood on the stairs of Washington on the press they stay at the White House, and we should have stopped that because based on the people vote, Hillary should be the president of the United States. I don't give 300 and some people of electoral people that they say I don't know where them people at.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question with that? With Hillary Clinton and president, right? Now, I'm just this is my thing. Sitting back, looking on in the president's stuff they do in the White House and things like that. When you want someone, I mean, I'm just asking, or anybody, when you want someone representing you as the president of the United States, that's let's just say if they've had so many years of tenure in that White House, they know things that have went on, whether it be a senator, vice president, first lady, 16, 18, 20 years of history. When you want someone of that stellar representing your states or countries, I should say, because they already have knowledge. I mean, they have already seen and pushed. Because in the flip side to that, as me, a non-voter, I see that. I saw that. You know what I mean? But then I also someone that has not had so many years of tenure, but maybe they just kind of wanted it because or promoted it because it was a now a big mockery of, okay, well, this is history made. You know what I mean? Well, because this is either A, like president, or B, first lady. What, I don't know. Like, it seems like to me that's what it's all about now. Donald Trump, he doesn't have any politician history. But
well, they knew that when they elected him in.
Barack Obama, it was first black president, but me personally, and I'm not against my race, I didn't see much of anything he did, like as president. You follow me? So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something other than the Obama.
I'm going to tell you what he did when it came to us, when it came to people. Because Obama don't look at black lives matter.
Yeah,
he is, he's that all life matter type guy. So when it comes to all lives, I tell you what he did. He gave us insurance, which I'm so grateful for that, because a lot of us would not have been able to get insurance if it wasn't for him. He was the first. Give the man his props. Said thank you and move on. I will say thank you for the insurance, because God knows if it wasn't for the Affordable Care, I wouldn't have had insurance. So I'm so thankful for that. And the fact that you can have pre-existing conditions and still obtain this insurance, I was grateful. Now, that's what Trump trying to eliminate. He's trying to get rid of that pre-existing. He's trying to get it up.
I'm going to, coming on to that topic, let's go talk about that, because I agreed with Obamacare, and I thought that was a good idea for people who, actually needed stuff like that. I'm a very against people who, when it comes to government funds and Social Security and things of that nature. So I get it. But we'll talk about Donald Trump. We'll bring them up, and we'll talk about Donald Trump and Mike Pence. What kind of information would you? What would you? I want you to be, honest to us. I don't know and care who you're going to vote for. I just want to know, what would you tell us as all of the things that you said: abortion, gun control. Any other things you might share? I mean, those two topics have always been a factor when it came down to the president election. Every single election, when you watch TV, that's all they talk about. But then nothing's been done. Democratic, Republicans, both have won those seats. What would you say could be going on with that? I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of trying to.
Okay, so I'm going to read this abortion. How do Trump and Biden's policies compare? Okay. Mm-hmm. Abortion is arguably the most divisive issue. I'm telling you, I don't even know why abortion is such a divisive issue.
Right.
Why is abortion always coming up in politics? They say it's a woman's body. A woman can do whatever she want to do. So why is the government having to make a decision when it comes to a woman's body? I myself don't believe in abortion. I had
It
3
makes
kids.
sense in everything. It seems like. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it needs to be something done in the government side. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I just kind of, you know what I mean? Are you?
Okay, so it says here, Republicans control states. Republican controlled states. Remember, those are the states in red.
Mhm,
Okay? Those are the red states. Alabama, Georgia, Texas, few other ones. Okay?
mhm.
Republican controlled states have tightened restrictions on abortion in recent years, and there is a brewing political battle over whether Mr. Trump should seek to fill the Supreme Court vacancy with a conservative judge prior to the 3 November election. Activists are concerned it could put in peril the landmark's 1973 ruling that legalized abortion nationwide.
Wow.
Yet he don't want that. Yet public support for abortion rights is the highest in decades, according to P Research Center. Let's compare where the presidential candidate stands on the issue. Mr. Trump key message. We are making it harder to get an abortion now. Want to overturn federal protection and would support a near total ban. We will also seek to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant by Justice Ginsburg's death before the election. This is
Mm.
Mr. Biden's. We will protect a woman's right to choose and fight to keep access to abortion legal. We will withdraw Mr. Trump's Supreme Court nominee if we win the presidential election. That is where the difference is. Trump wants stricter restrictions when it comes to abortion. Biden don't want none. He said they've been killing them. Let them continue to kill them. That's basically what he's saying. Trump saying, I don't feel like the government money should pay for these abortions. Taxpayers should not have to pay for these abortions. Biden said, yes, taxpayer can pay for them, but guess what? I'm going to raise the taxes so taxpayer will pay for these abortions. So taxpayers' money is going towards funding abortions. There you have it. There you
Wow.
have it.
I would have. Wow. Okay. So we have a message from the chat box. She's sharing this blog will be focused on Trump on here. Be prepared to debate. They can come on. I'm more than welcome. If anybody wants, if you just joined, Lachey's here. She
He,
is.
he ain't saying he's not against abortion. He just said he's trying to make it harder to get abortions.
Yeah,
Because women,
well,
honestly,
he's making it harder. It's just basically pretty much still saying you can't get them because I mean Donald Trump. You shouldn't be killing babies anyway.
no, you shouldn't be killing babies.
I
And
mean,
I think that's where the conscience of it all falls
it's hard.
behind. If you have a conscience, you're going to say you shouldn't be doing that. Why are you doing that?
Right.
Let's figure out a way to try to fix that. Versus, I don't care. Let's kill them all.
I
Y'all
mean,
want
do
to
you know how many
get
people want babies that can't have babies? I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know.
I just
I,
think women and men both needs to stop being irresponsible with their private parts. Babies are living creatures, and
mhm,
I don't think that they should be subdued to
mhm.
such thing as abortion. You create a life, you should take one. You should take care of it. Now, is the thing about it, if it's rape, assault, those things should come up in that those should be some things that should be left aside for them to discuss, because like I said, I don't think a woman should carry a baby if it was conceived out of rape or assault. Now, I have seen rape victims where they actually carry those babies. They carry them.
Do you have any literature over there on what Biden and them are saying? Like you just read us a statement with Donald Trump. Did you have anything that he has said on a podium or anything like that? Like that says he's against all of that.
Okay, so it says here, Mr. Trump had promised in 2016 to pick judges who would automatically overturn Roe. while that hasn't happened yet, he has installed hundreds of federal judges plus 2 conservative justices on the top court. And if the president wins re-election, he could reshape the judiciary even further. Now, that is where hip hop is afraid of. Do you not know how many babies are aborted in hip hop per year? Look it up. I ain't gonna even give you the number. Look it up. That is why Hollywood want Trump out. Hollywood is going to mess up. Trump is going to mess up a lot of Hollywood money. A lot of Hollywood money. And one of them, all those babies that those females are bumping around, sleeping with all them different rappers and entertainers and having abortions. That's look at Love and Hip Hop and all those other shows. They free to sit up there and talk about they're free to sit up there and talk about one moment, Janine, they're free to sit up there and talk about how many abortions. I had an abortion. The little girl that was sleeping with Rich Dollars, she easy to say Mariah Lynn. I think Mariah Lynn done had about 2-3 abortions. Say what?
You said what?
Mariah Lynn, that's her name.
How old is she? You said little girl. I'm like,
oh, Mariah, she's young. She's about Passion's age. When I say little girl, I'm speaking of kids that may be my children's age.
Them used to be not really having, well, whatever.
Oh, no, ma'am, Janine. I'm going to be honest with you. Trump done turned on Hollywood. Can't you see it? That's why they want him out. He done turned on them. He can't go on being a part of that lifestyle and being the president of the United States. He had to make a choice. That's why there's a picture that look, Google it, see if you can find it. Google P. Diddy and President Trump in a picture together. There was a time when President Trump and P. Diddy was best of friends.
Do you want to come on set to talk on set and talk it over with her? I can bring you on if you want. Because I like reading chats and stuff that they could be text messaging and chat can be kind of off-centered. Sometimes I can bring you on. Would you like to come on and discuss it with her? Because it seems like that might be something you can discuss. Like you would be able to talk to her about that. Because I heard her. I'm like PD and Donald Trump. Like, now
it says here, Mr. Biden, in contrast, wants to pass a federal law that protects a woman's right to have an abortion. That's something that more liberal states like New York have moved towards. Look at the states now. New York. That is where the revenue comes through. New York, California, those states, those are celebrity states. Those states want Biden in because if they don't get him in, Trump's going to mess up all of those abortions that they've been having all these years. And guess who been paying for them? You and me, and the taxpayers. That's who's funding these abortions.
Wow.
Then it says Janine would like to come on set.
No, I'm asking, would she? Okay, I'm going to bring you, Janine. Hold on 1 second, okay? There's no mic. You don't have to click for a camera. You'll see the link. I'll send it to you, okay? 1 second. 3. No, you don't have to use the camera. You'll be able to just not even click cam. You can just be on the mic still. Hold on 1 second. Wow. Wait a minute. So the abortions are being paid for. So basically, they're using Hollywood to produce more people to make more money. But
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she said it. I thought they were keeping them for the payday. They are keeping them. To a degree, they are keeping them. That's how they generate their money.
So they're just creating more things to producing more people.
Yeah. No, eliminate.
Generations.
Eliminate. They trying to eliminate the black race at the end of the day.
I got you.
They're trying to eliminate the black race. They trying to decrease our numbers. It's our numbers that they're trying to decrease. They ain't worried about nobody else but us because him right here, he's building that wall to keep the Hispanics and Mexicans out. that's going to control that part right there. At least that's what he thinks. But
So,
now,
so they're
how we're
using
going to
how
decline.
many people are producing babies that I don't get it. P Diddy, so you say all these people are having babies, but they're killing them off or something like
No,
they're just.
Diddy, when women in the industry gets pregnant, they don't use protection in the industry, okay?
I
They
know, I got
don't use protection. They're
got it,
bouncing around from hip hop artist to hip hop artist. They
got it.
get they get pregnant and they go have abortions. This is all in the industry. This is what goes on. That's why half of the women in the industry cannot have babies because their bodies are scarred. Now they're using surrogates to have babies for them.
Got it. My God.
This, like I told you, this is not about us. This election here, this ain't about us, really. This is about them. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This is about them.
One more thing.
We're just casualties because we're going to feel some effects of it.
Got it.
Because there are people that are on Medicare. There are people that are on. I can't speak for those
Mm-hmm.
things. You see what I mean? Because I pay insurance. I can't
Got
speak
it. I need to. I absolutely.
how if, they what the insurance is paying when these people go to the doctor, but they're not paying on that part. So yeah, she want to come on here and talk there and all that stuff right there. I would be more than happy to.
Well, I got her. She's backstage. I'm gonna bring Janine on, and she's gonna come on stage. Janine, hey, she's not on the camera, but she's here.
Talk there and all that stuff right there. I would be more than happy to.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
here. How y'all doing?
how you doing?
I'm here.
Janine, hey, how you
Yeah,
doing this
I'm here
evening?
for a while because I got to get back to work.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
I
your
love
intro?
hearing all sides, be it for Trump, Republican, be it for Democrats, Biden. But it's like my father talked to me about this a long time ago. God rest his soul. But it's mainly the rich trying to keep control of the poor. Okay. Um, there is a lot of scandals. There is a lot of politics. There is a lot of secrecy. So even with this, what do you call it?
Pandemic.
Whole whole hip hop, I guess.
Coronavirus.
It's reflecting bad on our people.
It is.
It really is.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now I did go ahead and submit my vote, and I did vote for Biden, me myself. Okay.
Can you tell us why you
I
voted for
was
Biden?
really hoping Trump would be there and pushing it and going for everyone. It seemed like he was, but at the same time, he would kind of fall back because he would do things to like bully or make fun of someone who is disabled,
Oh wow.
or instead of being or taking the high road, he wouldn't. He would stand there and kind of like make fun of and push back. That's not what I'm used to of a leader of our country. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So that
Mm-hmm.
makes me question what is really going on. And it makes me really think that there is a group of people that's really behind Trump who is running the country. Like it's not totally him, it's a group
Mm-hmm.
of people. Thank goodness for my father to speak to me about what do you call it? Like secret societies and such as that. And it's not that I'm a paranoid person. I'm a work an awoke person. Does
But
that
you
make
know,
sense?
you're not so much as in a bad place with what you're where you're going with this, because as what I've seen over the years, the president is there, but even going back centuries to King Louis and all those kings, they have these people to come to them. They send them out into the world. They report back to them and let them know this here needs to be fixed. This here and this is how it needs. It's like they draw the line for them, and the president falls in order. It ain't. I don't see wherever it has, even with President Obama. He really wasn't the president. He had people behind. He was getting pulled too. He was his strings was getting pulled too. He wasn't the president. It was people behind the scenes that was president for him as well. Now, only I can tell you, Clinton and Bush, I think they might have ran things on them own. But these last few presidents that we have been getting, yeah, somebody else is running the scenes behind them.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. And that's actually what my father taught me. He was my father. I love and respect him. He was in the Korean War, Vietnam War, and he did see a lot. He was also an educated man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he did get to witness some of like kind of like the trailings of World War II, with the Nazis, how the Nazis were treated
Oh
with
wow.
much more respect with than the black man from America who was in there fighting for them. You understand what I'm saying? Um, he
It's being trickled down now. You know, when it
exactly.
comes to us, yeah. When it comes to black people, when it comes to us,
Hmm.
when all these other countries have seen how we've been treated, and now
Hmm.
they've adapted that behavior. Even now here in the United States, I
Right,
see them how they try to handle us.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because they've seen our have the white race, how the white. So now the Chinese, the Asians, the Mexicans, they now
Hmm.
want to try to treat us the same way.
It's become
Exactly.
habit.
They could even be married to African American men or African American women, but they're going by what they see. It's like, okay, I can I tolerate my wife or my husband, but I'm not going to deal with anyone else besides them.
They,
And it's
I try to
unfortunate
tell
because they
people that,
go by
yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly,
You're
which is
just
sad.
accepted because those people accept you. It don't mean that they're going to accept your extended family, your family. They just accept
Exactly.
you for whatever it is you bring to the table for that moment. But at the end
Right.
of the day, you're still black.
Right. Because again, I grew up within a military community, and um, going outside of it when I moved to a different place. Um, like I live in Arizona. Most of my friends are of Mexican descent. Okay. And I'm hearing where a lot of them are more so for Trump. I thought they would be more so for Biden.
Mm-hmm.
But they did educate me, like as far as the kids being in cages, that just didn't start with Trump or even with Obama, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been rules and regulations that's been set for a very long time that's being implemented.
Right.
So when I say, well, why doesn't Trump change it? Well, which I understand it can't be changed overnight, and it
Mm-hmm.
can't be just put on one president, but it's been going on for like a long time. So I want something done correctly, but they're
Right.
like, no, it's been going on for a long time. This is why I'm voting for Trump, because he plans to do something about this, and that. To them,
Right.
they saw the proof with the wall being put up.
Mm-hmm. Now you
I didn't
know.
appreciate the wall myself because it's tearing down like a lot of history. a lot of culture, because we're talking about not just Indians, not just Mexicans. We're also talking about Buffalo Soldiers, the soldiers who set up things within this area. It's been torn down. It's gone. Just to put up an ugly black iron wall to keep others from coming into the US illegally, which I can understand, but still, I got a heart, and it's like I feel bad for these children in cages. And yes, I do expect more for the current president to do something about it. And I understand it does take a while for these things to be done, but to me, this is an emergency. That's part of the reason why I didn't care for Trump or some of his policies. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
I get
went,
exactly.
it's like, because I was a Trump fan when he was on TV and when he even talked about running for president. I was like, yeah, do it, do it, do it. And then when he got to running, I was like, oh no, making fun
Right.
of the handicapped and saying some things that were off the wall. I was like, oh no, for sure I'm going to go for Hillary. Although it's, I'm just going to say it, it's like we don't have much of a choice nowadays. You understand
We
what I'm
don't
saying?
have much of a choice.
We don't.
Hey,
Really, I
I
said,
told
with the
somebody,
things that's going on now in the world,
Uh-huh.
I really don't think way back to Abraham, not Abraham,
Go
but
on, I'm listening.
all the presidents. I don't. That's why I don't vote. I mean, and I commend everybody that does
Can y'all
vote.
hear me?
I
Yeah, we
can.
hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
good, good. But
nobody
yeah,
does.
it's like we don't have much of a choice.
I don't see any
And
We
it's
don't.
like,
I think it's just the
it's like, you
title.
know what? I grew up
Right?
Democrat. I'm going to vote Democrat. That's what I did.
Well, you know what? This year, I just said I don't need. I don't know if I have to go get it changed or whatever. I don't want
Uh-huh.
to be a Democrat. I don't want to be a Republican. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to be a part of no group. Period. Don't even
Exactly,
put me.
exactly.
I don't want to be part of no category, none whatsoever, because the Democrats have led me down the wrong road over these last few years, and the Republicans
Mm-hmm.
they ain't really did a good job themselves. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking now like going forward, I'm going to be going off of policies and what they're bringing to. I don't care if you're
Exactly.
Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. I'm going off
Mm-hmm.
if you're able to help this country.
Mm-hmm.
We want
To
to
me,
live.
it's like research,
Yes.
because it's like, even though I'm Democrat, I did vote some Republican ways because I research, like within my state, what would
Right.
really help.
Right.
I do research. I have to admit, I do that. So I'm not going Democrat all the way straight down the line. I
Right.
might go ahead and go to the Republican side on something else.
Right. Right. Right.
But it's because how they put us in a box, like, are you going to vote Republican or Democrat or liberal or independent? And if I check independent, well, what are you more so leaning towards? Are you
Right.
more so towards Republican or Democrat? And that's when I was like, okay, most of my stuff I vote for Democrats, but it doesn't really make me a Democrat. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
But I went ahead and said, okay, I'm Democrat. It's like,
I don't know what I am anymore. Okay, don't even ask me. Is this something on here for ENA?
You
Let me tap
are
on
trying
for
to
ENA.
you are trying to avoid coronavirus.
exactly.
You're talking about
Exactly.
anything, Democrat. You're just trying to avoid.
Oh, and
Anyway,
Antonio, I did share this. I'm hoping that people will see your live
I
and still
appreciate
start
you.
going on ahead and participating.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were in also YouTube. YouTube
Yeah.
seems to be big, and also Instagram. I'm hoping that you're in that too.
Yeah, I'm on both, and I have my YouTube channel up as we speak.
Is he
Looking
still there?
at got some viewers on there.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I hear her too.
I can't hear him.
Yeah,
She can't hear you, Dee.
she can't hear me.
No,
You hear me though, right?
I can hear you. I can hear both
I don't
of
know.
you.
I tell.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I hear Jenny. I hear all of
Yeah,
you,
but it's a sign. Because it's getting my time's getting short. I got to get back
Okay.
to work.
but Jenny, I appreciate you.
But I appreciate this. Thank you for coming up and sharing what you have learned. I'm going to research into that as well. Antonio, thank you for bringing this
My
live.
pleasure.
I'm going to make sure to share and
Thank you.
support you as much as I
I
can.
appreciate it.
If you do have a YouTube channel, please let me know what it is.
I told him we're
Instagram,
gonna
please let me know what
probably
it is.
start going live on
It's the
YouTube.
same on there. It's the same on
Yeah,
YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I think that would be best.
yeah,
I have like a lot of
yeah. He
folks
needs to
that
start
would
going
be
live on
interested in
YouTube.
this.
Yeah.
I have.
Exactly. I have
I go through
professors,
on my, everything like
politicians, even psychics that would love this.
take it you
So
need.
please let me know what this is, okay? But
Definitely.
anyway,
I told him we're going to keep going, eventually we'll get our, I'm not worried about the numbers because you got to get the message out there first. You got to build your audience. You know what I'm saying? So we're in that
exactly,
phase where
exactly.
we just got to build our audience. We can't give up. We got to keep going.
We're in our second
Right,
month.
exactly, exactly. So I appreciate this. Thank you.
You're
You
welcome,
guys
Janine.
have
Thank
great.
you.
And thank
Thank you.
you.
And I look forward to talking to you again. I'm going to stay following on when the lives come up and I'm able to be available.
Please,
Okay?
and bring your
Y'all have a
information
good
and bring your knowledge too, you know?
I'll call and talk to you.
Yes, yes. It was great talking to y'all. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I learned a lot. Whoa. Anyway. Wow. Okay. So we will. Let me look at my clock.
It's 5:20. What, we going off at 6?
No, we still have a whole nother topic show. That you build. That one will probably be. I don't know what'll happen there, but yeah, we'll go off at 6 if it doesn't go. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll
But
do 6. Do it.
I thought it would go 3 hours because I thought like you and her were discussing things like that. I'm like that was kind of a lot, and I didn't know all
A
that.
3-hour show would be too long. I would definitely try about an hour.
I
and a half.
anticipated. No, I anticipated there's 2 topics that are heavy topics. But if you let's just say if she left and then there's somebody else would have came and talked about the president.
Yeah, we keep it going.
Yeah.
We keep it going,
Like,
until the time's out.
so look, so just from hearing all of this, it's kind of weird. Like, it's like some underhanded stuff. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. It don't feel right. You know what I mean?
It don't.
It just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. I feel, I told you these past few weeks, this year has really been a toll. It has taken a toll mentally.
Whole year, yeah.
The whole year has just been draining, exhausting. I mean, anxiety and everything. This year has been crazy. That's why I say if you live to see 2021, baby, you better party like a rock star. I ain't lying.
I just hope there's some type of more, insight on stuff sooner than later because
Yeah.
They thought it was the older people first, but it didn't go that route. But it just kind of kills me. I just think somebody knows so much more. I don't know. It's like we're living in a ghost world or something. I don't know.
We're living in a very crazy time. That's what we're living in. A very, very crazy time. It's crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's been off since COVID. Ain't gonna tell you no lie. This year came in with a bang, and it's been off since. I mean, it ain't even.
Mm-hmm.
The energy is off. You know what I'm saying? It's just been
It's
off.
just like there's a door somewhere, and you just
Yeah.
It's like this is weird because
but you're still trying to push through it, and
it's weird. I mean, it's kind of
you
like
can feel it.
it's
You
scary.
can feel it.
A little bit. To me, it's scary. And I guess that's what it's supposed to be doing to people, making you scared, but not scared to die, but just scared in general. Like I'm looking at like what's next? Is there another part? What is it? COVID? Somebody asked me what happened in COVID-19. You know how they named the tornadoes? Where's the other COVIDs before 19? Like what was that? Like you got to think about it. How did they come
There
up
was
with
no COVID. And they said the 19 came off because it came out in 2019. COVID was out before Trump even hit the office.
Yeah, that's what they were
I'm going
saying.
to tell you the first case. Hold on. I'm going to tell you the first case of COVID.
Just got information. Let's see. I didn't keep up with it for a while. I tried to stop watching TV and everything. Because CNN be brainwashing people. I forgot that man's name on there. That's what's happening though. But I
Okay. A cluster of pneumonia of unknown origin was identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019. On January the 12th, 2020, Chinese authorities shared the sequence of a novel coronavirus termed severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS,
whoa,
CoV, isolated from some cluster cases. Um, the first known case of coronavirus traced back to China in November. A 55-year-old individual from
wait.
Hubei
So you said
province,
China in November of 2019?
2019, the first case. So that was why President Obama was in office.
Wow. Well, you know, he was getting ready. That was he was getting ready to go. You know,
He was getting ready to switch over
he couldn't,
to
you know.
Trump. Trump took office on January the 20th. That is when he said that he had a plan in place. But Trump just basically said, I don't want no plan. It's all a hoax. Ain't nothing going on. But
And I'm leaving, so whatever.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's
so he had knowledge anyway. Obama.
why they say, and that's why they coming after Trump the way that they is, because they feel like he played with it. He didn't take it serious. But honestly, Didi, I didn't take it serious either. Who did?
I didn't take it serious either. But Obama went out of last year. You said last year? He was Barack found out last year, but Barack was not president last year. He had knowledge though.
He had knowledge.
That he could have shared. What? I heard that. See, that's somebody said he spoke on it. Find where you're digging up everything else. Dig up where they said he spoke on before he dropped. He was leaving the presidency.
Let me see if I can find it.
He spoke about it then too.
See if I can find it.
Find that.
Let me see if I can find it, because the first case was diagnosed in November in China of 2019 now.
Right. They said that Obama spoke on it.
But they said he spoke on it.
Yeah. He was as the president. Yeah. I heard that, but I didn't believe. Well, I believed it because the person that told me he follows, like you follow this stuff, he's very politically on that. He said Barack Obama knew about it. He said, I don't know why people are like screaming, because there was knowledge way before. If you listen to his speech or something, he said it in one of his speeches. He said he told Donald Trump it's coming and you need to be ready for it, or something to that effect. But he was in presidency when it was going anyway. But, you know, if you find something like that, I wonder why wouldn't he not share that, though? No, why can't Michelle write a book about that? Then we all could have had been well known and prepared. No, I'm just kidding. She writes so many books. We could have known about it. Like, somebody knows something about that. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say on air, but maybe it was Barack Obama being the first black president, and he felt like if he put that information into, you know, Donald Trump about people's hands, he would be a disgrace to his. But I don't know. It's something not making sense to me. Like, you know what I mean? What if he just didn't want to share the information because he would have gave him his? He already was made history. It would have gave him a bad name. But they said he stated it. He made a comment about it. I don't know. You'll find it because you find everything else, all the secrets that people don't know about. Like, oh my God. Let me see if I can ask. I'm gonna see if I can text Nate and ask him, because Nate told me about it. My friend in Atlanta. He told me the exact words he said.
Call Nate.
He may be at work. I'm gonna ask him. I said, no, he may not be at work. Let me ask Nate. I'm gonna say, Nate, do you remember what you said Barack said? And he didn't tell me. I'm gonna see what.
Let me run and give me a bottle of water.
I'm gonna text him and ask. I'm gonna call him and ask him and see what he can tell me, because he was like, Barack Obama's not really who the person y'all think he is. I was like, okay. Nate, where you at? I'm gonna see if he might be at work. Oh, somebody who is this calling me from Saturday Space? What? Whoa! I read something. Hold on, let me see if I can call Nate. Nate is a very he knows a lot of stuff. He told me about there's some there's a comet, a rocket. No, comet. It's a comet. It's called Wood Comet. It's going to launch off in 2025, and in America, it's supposed to blow America up to pieces. Is what they're trying to say in scientists and stuff. There's also some killer hornets in New York that China sent over there. Who knew about the hornets in November? I know.
Stop. China need to stop.
Yeah,
We don't need no help in destroying ourselves.
But let me
What
ask
they
you
trying
this.
to get rid of us for? What they not know if we're going? What they gonna do? What they gonna do? I don't understand why these people are trying to get rid of everybody. God made this world different from everybody.
And I wanted to know, when would you be free to come on and talk about some politics stuff? When would you be free to come on my my radio talk show to talk about politics stuff? I know you're at work. This is not going through this thing. I'm holding the text thing trying to talk. I'm going to do it this way. He said, hey, buddy, are you at work? Which I'm sure you are. I want to bring you on my talk show to talk about what you said that Obama said about this coronavirus, because I have politician people that come on and they bring it straight to the point. And I know you will too, but let me know when you're free. If you're free now to take a break, call me. And I'll bring you the link. And if you could come on, click the link. You don't have to stay long. I just need to have you tell us what. I remember you telling me something about that. Yeah, Nate told me, they was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Barack Obama. He knew about this virus way before he got out of the presidency. He didn't share the knowledge with Donald Trump, is what he said. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what Nate told me. Nate is real. He's really him, Sean, they talk about weird stuff, comets and hornets and stuff. There were hornets though.
Oh wow!
The hornets came down right when the lockdown curfew started. In New York, they brought a ship and dropped them off. They prey off livestock. I haven't heard anything about the hornets now, but they were there. But and China sent them over here. Name, etc. I'm so sick of these things doing that. And it's weird because. But look, you have any insight on why you're looking at Barack Obama stuff up, aren't you? He said something. Nate will call me if he's not at work. But look, do you have any insight on how Donald Trump can go to China and be, what is he doing over there?
My thing is, if they know China did this or created this virus, then it obviously say the first case was diagnosed in China back in November, December of last year.
We really can't.
Why are we still doing business with China?
Who, Donald Trump?
Why are we still? China done kill. Oh, y'all blaming China? China done kill almost 200,000 people in the United States due to coronavirus. Why are we still doing business with China?
Yeah. Why is he? Like, he stays there, like, all the time. Like, maybe he's trying to negotiate something with them maybe something secretly. Like, you heard what she said? She thinks everything is a secret and stuff. Like, there's other people running stuff. That made sense to me, because the White House is just a White House. It's always been a White House. What's in that White House? We don't know. We've been in there. There's no telling how many people or anything, like, running, behind the scenes stuff. Because I heard the White House is actually ran by the, what is it, the Congress? Not Congress. Which one is it? They're not actually ran by the president. That's what they say. I wish Tavares would come in here. I want to ask him so bad what his intake is on this, because he loves stuff like this, and he would he'd probably say what you're saying, and it's not even about really. I get sometimes people, and I don't vote, so I can give my opinion. I get sometimes people say, well, they didn't do anything he's not gonna do, and blah blah. To me, and I'm just at a outside looking in, 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency versus Barack Obama's. I'm just talking about money-wise, employment-wise. There's nothing really wrong right now. Everybody just has the coronavirus stuck in their head, but they can get jobs.
Right.
They're not down afloated. You know what I'm saying? They're not waiting for $1,000 in tax money right off for purchasing a home. You follow me? That's the only thing I can get. So I don't know. I don't even count the stimulus money. I think the stimulus money was just some backdoor stage money that they just created out of nowhere and said, hey, look, here, this is a sweet token to everybody. And that's how it went. You know what I mean? So they are going to say that Donald Trump gave everybody their stimulus check. Donald Trump didn't give people that stimulus. They voted that stimulus in. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what they say. So they will say that. All he did was give a stimulus. He didn't give the stimulus.
No, he didn't.
A lot of people didn't even need the stimulus. So we can't blame, we're not going to put that on Donald Trump. He didn't give the stimulus. He did give ways to people to get back to work, though. Like,
He did.
Tickets to work. So he did do that. Versus,
and you know what? The job industry is booming.
It's actually bigger than what it was.
It's booming.
We were talking about
There's
that.
no reason why nobody should be hollering about they ain't got no job. There's plenty jobs.
There's another check gonna come, like another big blowout of unemployment. They've killed unemployment. I'd be surprised if unemployment did away with their services for like a year or so because they don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always talk about that. The president was thinking about doing away with Social Security and all that stuff. I mean, that think about it. Unemployment, that's huge. Find the dollars they gave away in Alabama.
Right.
Google it up and tell us on the thing. That's why a lot of people are backlogged that actually needed it and they can't get it because
can't even get
it. They got approved for it, but they can't get it. They're making up things that holding it back, but in all essence, they can't afford to fund them. You know, that's crazy. I don't know. I hope I get. Oh, Jesus, we need to go down there.
Talk about they keep talking about it. Vaccination.
I'm going in. I'll stay there all day because I was to do mine, and I work now, but I lost work for what, almost 3 months. Yeah, but I didn't get mine. But I knew people that got it, and they said they had. It was not even a symptom. I don't know what it was, but they they yelled coronavirus. You know, I wasn't gonna claim that. That coronavirus is not playing. You can be here today, go tomorrow. Yesterday I was, where was I yesterday? In my living room, I was under that air, and I was like, Lord, why am I not breathing like that? And I started wheezing. I'm like, oh, I see it under the damn air. I was like, they ain't finna get me like that. I'm finna get that. No, I'm gonna be getting my energy. Whose music is that? Yeah. Nate said he can come, but he would have to be on break later on. He said, well, he'll send it to me. He said he'll text it to me. Wow. Yeah, never told me that. I was like, whatever, you don't care what you're talking about. And he's real smart. I thought, Nate, my friend, he was like, he's eating Sean Connery and they were talking science. A finger chip, we're going to be paying for money with our chips and for stuff. No money's going to exist. In a few years, they said you're going to have a chip in your finger.
I ain't put no finger chip or nothing.
And they also said when you go get your driver's license now, there's a star or something in there that tells you your whole identity.
I got to go get that. I got to go get that to my driver's license. I need to go and get it while my hair braided.
That's what they're saying. So you're going to have a chip in your finger. You're going to be like the Jetsons paying for stuff at the store. Beach George Jetson, bling, bling, bling. I'll be rich. Look, you'll be paying for your food with your finger. That's true. Read it. Google it. And Google Google would comment. Would comment supposedly is going to blast America in 2025. Would comment. Google it. A Mexican told me that. A Lyft driver.
This is police brutality. Look at this. Look, he dragging it. Look, this happened in Ohio. This happened in Ohio.
Ohio?
It's out of control. Somebody got to do something about this police officer.
What site are you on?
This is on Instagram. This is on let me see. This is on the Baller Alert.
Baller Alert?
Baller Alert.
You can go a screen over here. Not just your phone screen, your screen screen. When did that happen? Today?
They just posted. They posted about 3 hours ago.
Though.
The officer got suspended.
Oh. We may have to talk about. Wait, what's the thing called? Because somebody asked me about that show. That's a whole another show because there's almost yeah, we can do that and show another day. That's going to be a good show to do. I'm going to bring abusive relationship abusive. I'm going to bring abusive women on here that might want to come on my show and tell people how to get out of it before you're either going to get gone or get ghost or get got. I ain't going to do people. I know somebody that will come on here and do talk about that happened to them though. And she wouldn't mind coming. She's a very sweet lady, a friend of mine. I might tell her to come on. That's our another show. So that makes we don't have to break on a third show because we can do that one in November. And then we'll have December with the I kept saying the lady's name wrong. I hope she doesn't watch these yet, but Anaya's Amy Blanchard's mom. She's against the guns though.
I saw the on my phone this morning about that. They're getting that law passed for people a bond, getting out on bond after committing.
Yeah, that's what happened to the lady in Birmingham and her daughter. They got out of jail 2 days later. Actually, they weren't supposed to.
No, you done committed murder, or you even have a murder tag attached to your name. You shouldn't be out on bond. You need to stay in jail until it's time for you to go to court. Now, if the jury
had prior charges too,
and then he had prior charges, child.
Yeah, that's what they couldn't understand. So but I'm not gonna say what she basically was saying, but it kind of made sense. You got to think of it, where the girl, where Janine said, people are insiders. That's what they think it was, but then it could have been. But it'll all come out.
It will.
Yeah, it'll come out. That has already been worked out. We just kind of really don't know, but her daughter in Birmingham and Bessemer, that hasn't folded out yet because it happened around the same time, but her case, because of how she was missing for 30 a month and how it went viral, that case got more publicity. So what I'm saying, her daughter got killed too around the same time.
Right.
It ain't gonna really take justifiable her because that they had to search for her daughter. They had to find that people had to search for her, but they actually had to look for her. They found Mrs. Kemp's daughter though. But she said they still had the same exact thing happened. They got out of jail and they had felony charges prior. They've been in prison before.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
How much was his bond?
Let's Google. I want to say I have the picture. I don't know if I forgot his name, but you can Google it. I think it was 150,000, maybe.
That's all for murder?
I think. I followed it for a while, but I got tired of looking at it because she was a very beautiful girl. Nobody has to get killed, but we have to find out what can we do to promote those laws, though. There's something you can do more than vote.
Right.
There's other things to do, like she said. Amy goes to Montgomery all the time. I guess she goes to on the Capitol steps and does things to try to push for those laws. We talked briefly, but she wants to come on the show to talk about it. Maybe they can get. I guess she's trying to get like supporters to help out go. She said, Amy Blanchard's not worried about it per se money. She said she just needs to have a rally of people to help her get it pushed.
She needs people behind her.
People behind her, yeah. So that's all she needs. She just needs an army, a good tribe of armies to walk with her to get this done. I mean, she's serious about it. Like she said, I need you to let me know because we will definitely come on there. And she said, we spend a lot of time in Birmingham and Montgomery. That's where the Senate starts. That's where everything is. So honestly, that's where it starts there. And of course, we know all of that's tied in with the White House, but little Alabama ain't doing too much in the White House. You know what I'm saying? They just want they trying to get it for the state. They're not really. I mean, they're really worried about everybody else. But you know,
Right.
Alabama is really a bad state for that type stuff. Like they seems like they push things and put it back and leave it there. They don't really focus on it. Kay Ivey, she's been doing things, and I don't see much she's done, but that's Kay Ivey. You know what I'm saying? I think she did something positive. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something she did. I can't remember. That was huge. Um, we can Google some stuff about her though. But yeah, they're gonna come. She might have emailed me back. I have to check my email. She normally responds right back. Like she said, "Yeah, we gotta get. If we can just get these gun laws passed, we'd be good. Because that's the only thing that's going on right now. That's taking our children away. It's these guns." Yeah, and she was, um, and so we'd be more than happy to come on there. She was happy. She was like, "I'll get you the dates." But I want her to come though, because her story, your story, that lady's story, Shannon's story, those stories may touch somebody to say, "Hey, we need to put." Yeah, you never know, because I don't know. It's huge in Atlanta. They don't have guns that bad like that down in southern states like this. It's not bad up there anymore like it used to be. You know, in Atlanta, you'd always hear somebody get shooting in the West End, shooting in Cascade. You don't hear that anymore. In Atlanta, I didn't hear much of any shootings. I hear shootings here all the time. In Birmingham, they're shooting every day. You must stay there. Every single.
Look, this Carter beat her up yesterday.
I'm not moving my hand. I'm telling you, I got your gun up and I do it, but you got your guns up. I'm giving you a long. I can't. I'm giving my hand.
Look at him, look at him, dog.
My hand and turn off. I'm not doing no orders. You got guns out.
I'm not going nowhere. What is it?
I'm not doing that. Why not? Because you got guns out. That's my choice. I'm not gonna move my hand from my steering wheel.
He said he wasn't gonna move your hand from his steering wheel. He said he offset from the Migos, honey.
Nothing to do with whether we were told that you guys were waiting on
Somebody got my car with a flag. What are you talking about?
By your brother.
I'm not doing that. You put my hands on. There's 25,000 people in my life.
I'm telling you,
You're gonna get sued
right now to
publicly.
turn off the car.
They kill me going live while the police get out.
And the police went to open his door.
And the police be bad.
And he gonna tell the police officer that's not legal. You can't open his car door. He done told you to get the fuck out. You mean to tell me you ain't legal?
It's illegal. I'm gonna
He done told you to cut the car off, and you mean to tell me it ain't legal?
Hey, what? They made him turn the car off.
He said, "What you grabbing my wrist for? You being aggressive."
They crazy though, seriously.
It's these celebrities, honey. They doing way too much.
That's not cool though. But what are y'all talking about these babies though? So you're saying that there's celeb people in Hollywood have babies by, I mean, well, celebrity people. So Nicki Minaj, I'm not gonna use Nicki Minaj. I'm just gonna use somebody, a celebrity has babies and goes to abort their babies. They can afford it though.
A lot of these females,
I'm saying, is that what you're saying? Celebrities are having sex, having emotions? You gotta
not these ain't celebrities. These are like Instagram models. These are regular people like me that be on Instagram, and they you can message, get in their inbox or whatever. They will send for you, have a good time. You land with them. Like Future and all them baby mamas he got. One of them girls admitted she had one abortion for Future before she got pregnant with the other baby.
What?
And she told him she wasn't gonna get rid of that.
Now.
So it's just like they have abortion just because they can. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I had one yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's a birth control. Like it's a birth control, like it's nothing.
Like it's just, I went yesterday, when you going to get yours? Type thing.
Yeah.
But these are regular people now. The regular people are having sex with the celebs.
These are regular people, individuals. Yeah, regular people. It could be me.
That's crazy.
It could be me.
That they
And
haven't said that you
they
haven't
have
said
them,
to the
and then
celebrity.
the celebrity guys they don't want to take care of the baby. They don't want the
Yeah,
babies.
that's stupid. They
So
need a
if they
man.
can't
They
give them
need
a
that
little
man
money,
exposed then.
yeah, if they can't give them a little money to a hush money, and the females be like, I'm gonna
Boy,
keep this.
that's gonna be a bombshell if that ever drops huge, like big. That's gonna be some Eddie Long shit.
How many abortions was committed? Let me see.
Have they found? I mean, are you so you've seen them talking about a celebrity that did that, like a real person guy? I mean, a celebrity.
How many
What the hell?
statistics in the United States?
That's scary. So everything's going on. Celebrities paying. Oh God, coronavirus. We're in the end times, man. Hollywood. So I wonder what Beyonce them did. Did they have a search? They ain't heard them real
In
people. They
1916, this is the report from 2016. This is the latest I got.
but it's got to be.
There was 623,471 abortions.
Whoa. That mean baby.
Number of abortions per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44 was 11.6. So 11 women out of 1,000 women in 2016 would abort.
Every 11.
Every 11.
Good
Every
God.
11.
Whoa. So and the people who are giving them these abortions should be held accountable for it too, like the clinics and stuff. Well, I guess it's illegal. I mean, legal now because they can do it. They're trying to get it to where they can't do it. You see, oh God, I don't know. I don't even. I wonder what all the stuff these presidents be saying too. Like they're going to do this. We plan to do this. That's just their model plan. I mean, do they wholeheartedly try to do that though? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to try to push for better gun control. Like, I just wonder, do they do that? Once they get in the White House, do they get lazy and just don't do it? Well, I know
They said women in their 20s accounted for the majority of abortions, and that's basically who are having the abortions. It's those females that are in their early 20s.
babies. Oh my God.
In their 20s. Yeah.
Mm. Whoa. Shoosh.
Well,
How many do they say they have per year? I mean, so
in
that means per
Alabama,
year after. Yeah, Alabama. Alabama shouldn't be having that many abortion now. Not for real, for real. Maybe not. I don't know. They might do that things on the hush hush. You know, Alabama known for quiet stuff and they like that, but they still do it, but they be quiet with it. That's like the rock high hands in Alabama, baby.
April 30th, 2018 said, according to long bonds, men and women from other states traveled to Alabama for abortions.
What? Yeah, because somebody said Alabama was the easiest state to get them in, though.
And I'm sure we was.
Mm-hmm. I've always heard that. I always, especially you be a message on all kinds of stuff. Huh. You can probably come in and get your 3 abortions. You know.
This election is very important. I mean, it just depends on where your mind at and what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important. Let me see what Patience at so she can come on. Ain't studying Offset. He didn't have no business going over there and them goddamn Trump supporter. He know them folks is KKKs and alleged KKKs and all this other stuff. What you gonna go take your behind over there for?
Man, I don't know. That's weird. Like, I feel bad because I know I have went to fucking California.
She said, my thoughts on why black men and black women disrespect each other. Baby, she on YouTube. Her name is Shakana. Baby, she go live every day, 2-3 times a day. But she got 2.8 thousand subscribers, but nobody ever listened to her like. Nobody ever. I love you, girl. I'll be going on here trying to show us support and give us some likes. Look at him. Look.
I'm not going nowhere no time soon. And subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, y'all. Y'all like the good videos.
This is a continuation of a video that I did.
I'm gonna mess up the good. You want me to come in and get on your? Let's have some fun on your live, good. And she ain't getting. They ain't bringing her no money in. Look, she got 17 a day ago. She got 39 views 2 days ago. She got 30 views.
But it's on.
Look, listen.
And vice versa. You got black women who have been with their black man for years, and she gets a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, notoriety, whatever you want to call it. And once she do that, she leaves that black man for a white man, and she disrespects the black man. Now, I found a clip of Amber Rose on the interview. Now, y'all, say whatever y'all want to say about Amber Rose, but that is a sister. Y'all can say whatever you want to say about her, but I've seen and I've heard things that Kanye has said about her after he got with Kim.
He did.
Once he got with Kim, I've heard the things that this man has said, Amber Rose. Okay? And on what she's saying, he's still picking on her. He's still saying little rude little comments. You know, he's being mean to her. He's a married man. She's a married woman. Married, he has got
Well, Didi, I think we better go on to end the show. Our time is drawing near.
why you still
Well, we can
why you still being
y'all stay safe from coronavirus and keep drinking vitamin C and stay healthy because it will get worse in the fall due to the flu season.
that every time he has bullied
We
me.
do not want to hear
I'm sure a lot of people come up.
from our community anymore. We don't even
I
want
just move on. I'm happy. I have an amazing husband.
I love you guys, and I will. Y'all stay tuned for the next shows to airs. Remember, if you want to get on and order the oil fragrances, you can send them a message to Facebook Messenger. They are ready to be purchased. I'll post the times. Prices on the page later on tonight, or maybe first thing tomorrow. What else did I tell you? Oh, and
We need to get us some sweat. We need to.
in December.
I'll talk about that.
What do we need to get? You said something.
I was going to say that we need to design our YouTube page and probably start advertising like apparel. You maybe like create some sweatshirts. Pullovers with Let's Talk designs and things like that. That could also bring in revenue. You know what I'm saying?
You might selling clothes on there.
I'm talking Let's Talk apparels like.
I was really ready to start thinking about it, brainstorm it, but
yeah, like pullovers. I be seeing that on a lot of the other YouTubers, bloggers. They sell like their own merchandise, like pullover T-shirts, cups with their symbols and stuff on them.
We're gonna get them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a pullover made. You just get. But I use the design that you got on your Let's Talk page. Use that same design and see if we can get
some apparel with the logo.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah. Well, I will look into that. It's not gonna be hard to do but it's just getting back into doing stuff like that.
You got a lot on your plate,
so I'll delegate you to shows and finding ideas on panel. You can say what I'm getting. Yeah, have a Bria can do all of
Yeah,
that.
we ready to get these raffles and stuff going for the holidays. We got to get this channel up. We got to get these
12 days
viewers
of
up.
Christmas, and we're gonna give away 12 days of items. You just
Yeah,
gotta get them. You gotta be on our page, not Facebook public. Actually, the pages we set up. You have to go on there. We'll probably leave a special comment of what makes those holidays special to you or something, and we'll go read them and pick different ones.
right.
It's gonna be nice. We just haven't. We gotta get. This is gonna blow up. I've had people already call. That show's gonna blow us up when we have that lady.
I think it is. I think
It
it
was a good
is.
show, though. This was a great show,
It
actually.
is. And as we go, it's getting better. You know, it's getting
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you
People
know,
that it's gonna make it.
yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to research and get the facts and everything together before you come on the show, get the advertising and everything. You know, we're going to start going live to just bring in more people into this podcast. So, and make sure you share it on your YouTube page.
I did. Oh, you got this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This was live. It was people on my page watching it on YouTube, watching this. Yeah.
Okay.
I have
I think
people watch on
I
here.
can share it to my YouTube page.
You can. There's a link. Next time you want the link to this show is what you're saying.
Yes, or either if I can go live on my YouTube. If you can go live on your YouTube and have it showing live on my YouTube to bring in the views.
The actual show that you just did. We just did. That's what or just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on my YouTube page, this show is airing now as we speak. Me, you, and on me is here on Facebook and YouTube.
What's your YouTube name?
The same name.
Let's talk.
Yeah, the same name. I have a channel there as well. It's probably gone because I mean, look, I remember I told you I may have to get you to watch the YouTube side. I had all of them up, but I wasn't in there looking at. I just know I've seen people in there watching it. They're probably gone now.
I see this one streamed 3 weeks ago with Jay.
Go inside of the channel. You have to probably subscribe. No, you don't. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. I gotta pull it back up because it closed it. I closed it when she was trying to get in by accident. I don't know why they were scared to come on camera. But it was some people in here viewing that, but they weren't saying it. Politics is it's a touchy thing when people they ain't gonna say much of anything. Don't talk about it later and say, oh well, blah blah. Y'all made a lot of sense though.
Well,
Y'all made a lot of sense. We didn't tell the people to go vote. We just vote the third. The third of this next week, yeah. Third and fourth. Oh, there it goes right there. Why is I'm clicking that thing? I closed the thing down. I did. I did close it out. Oh Lord, there it goes. Ah man, I didn't even end the show. Oh, here it is. Yeah. What day did they vote? I was trying to find my YouTube page. I couldn't get up. Oh, we can do it over here. There it is right here. I got everything, all three of them in the same screen. Go into. I haven't stopped the live show. You're not going to see it when it get. Well, it still should be live though. Let me look. Okay, so I'm on my YouTube page right now, and I went under my logo at the top, and I'm gonna put. That was the show right there. I'm looking at it. It's just one.
I see it. Let me subscribe to Let's Talk. Hold on.
One watching now is on there, but it was like 5 or 6 when I came there. I came here first to see before I even logged on. Before you even came in, but I don't know. They're going Donald Trump now on here. They got a lot of stuff on here. They got showy. They had a debate somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing for that. That might not be a debate. That might be old. 44.5 million viewers, 15 hours ago. Panel debate open SNL Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Saturday Night Live. That's crazy. Yeah, it's been
So
on
I
here.
subscribe to it. I subscribed.
So now you should be able to take. When you say go live, you go live on your YouTube, right? And you can stream to our YouTube. You should, yeah, you can. That's what they told me. I can stream from my YouTube, not my thing over there, what we're on, and go stream to everybody's YouTube that subscribes to my channel. Or put a link. There's a link you can put in there. I have a link on Facebook to my YouTube. When I create the events, I post the YouTube link. So people don't want to watch YouTube. I mean, Facebook, they can go to YouTube. But it looks pause on YouTube that I see. It's like it's not moving. Maybe I gotta click on it. When I create the events, I post the YouTube. Oh, there it is. Yeah. People don't know about YouTube. I mean, Facebook. And there's a delay on YouTube too. It's like it's not moving.
Okay.
It's probably because two cameras going or something.
Well, I got to go put my phone on the charger for Patience get here before she try to call me. Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed.
I will hit you up later. I got to go put my phone on the charger for Patience get here before she try to call me.
Let me know what y'all come up with. I'm gonna go to bed tomorrow.
I will hit you up later.
You gonna let me know later?
Yes.
Oh God, thank you so much.
Bye.
Everybody, thank you. You guys stay fabulous. We love you.
Love ya.
Oh, I can't wait to see what they say about you. You always have stuff. When they watch these shows, when you come here later at night with popcorn, like, oh my God. I'm going to get a Facebook message. Somebody's going to tell me something. I'm telling you why. But y'all told it right. I'm voting this time, though. I'm going to vote for.
We got to vote.
I got to vote. Yeah. Because I ain't seen nothing really those other people. I just think, like, I'm being for real. I'm going to go vote for Donald Trump because he's the one with the money.
The man with the plan.
He's done, I think, probably. With a little
the man with the plan.
Yeah, why do you just love Donald Trump? It's a Sean Clyde like him too. She say,
I told him on Twitter, you done motivated me, honey. I got to go out here and get some money. You done motivated me to work. I said, you won't take nothing from me because I ain't got nothing to give you.
Somebody's watching, guys. Who is that? I can't tell. We can't see. There's somebody on Facebook. I mean, YouTube. I can see who's on what on the thing here. They got a dashboard for me. And somebody said, let's talk. Who is it? Let's talk. Who joined my thing here? Get down here and talk to me. Anybody? Guests? I don't know. Let me see that. No, they're still here. I have a guest on set on Let's Talk. No, they're on Let's Talk. They're on YouTube, actually. Who is on YouTube? See, you didn't come, or you came late, but I was telling you to watch the YouTube channel because there was people with messages over there. But I mean, that were watching over there. Like, you could have spoke to. I didn't speak to anybody in there because I was trying to do the other chat boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you would have spoke to them. They probably would have spoken. To them. Go to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And, what is today? Sunday? I'm bored.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to order this bulk of this fragrance come third. I mean, what is the 27th? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's date is the 26th. Oh, man, we might be in good business. How many of those? So because people don't want to, they ain't gonna believe until they smell. These people they got to see it and check everything before they buy it. I got one already, but I just want to get it and go buy it. It smells really, really good. It smells like Doja and Gabbana Light Blue. It's similar. It ain't the Doja and Gabbana Light Blue, but it's similar to it.
Ew.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, pigs. Hello.
Talk to y'all later. Let me clear the chat out of here. That's a lot of messages I didn't read, but I'm not going to go there now. Good night, everybody. We will see you on our next air. Thank you for joining me and myself and Endless Shade on Unplugged. Good night.